Today I'm showing you my tomatillo plants, and I love growing tomatillos. And if you don't know what they are these funny looking, here I'll pick one. Funny looking, they have like this husk around them, and inside they look like a green tomato. And they're used a lot in Mexican foods, and I absolutely love them. And once you peel off this husk, it's actually quite sticky underneath. You can't really see that, but it's really, really sticky. And it's used a lot in Mexican foods. They're used in salsas. They don't keep firm very easily once you start cooking them, so really they're used to stew things. So you use them to almost stew chicken in them. You can make chicken stews, tomatillo stews. You can also use them to make essentially a salsa with chicken or pork, to put on tacos, things like that. So that's how I use them. So I'm going to show you the plants, because if you do want to grow them, there's a couple things to keep in mind that are really, really important. And pardon our garden right now, it's the end of the year. Everything kind of gets out of control at this point. And with tomatillos, I have 2 plants growing in about that range. That's probably about 5 feet. And there's 2 plants crammed in there. Other plants are trying to grow in there as well. When I originally planted these from seedlings, I gave them about 2 feet of space on each side, thinking that that would be plenty of room, and that was not enough room. So make sure that wherever you're growing your tomatillos, there is a ton of room. I grew peas behind them. We haven't been able to reach those peas ever since the tomatillos started growing big, just because tomatillo plants grow huge. And that's why I also don't grow them every year, because of the size. They just take over the garden. I've had tomatillo plants in the past that grow up individually up to 6 feet wide. And now the other thing, you need 2. So if you're going to have 2 tomatillo plants that grow up to 6 feet wide, think about how much garden space that is, and plan around it as best you can. I mean, as you can see, we have tons of tomatillos on this plant, even though I didn't give a ton of space, or as much space as I was supposed, or I should have. And like you can see, our cucumbers are actually climbing up the tomatillo plants, and it's not bothering either of them. But just make sure you give them enough space. The other thing that's really important to keep in mind when you're growing tomatillos is you actually do need 2 plants. I think I already mentioned that, but you need 2 plants. So double the space, and you need the 2 plants, or else they won't pollinate each other. If you're really lucky, your neighbor will be growing one, and then you only need 2 plants, or you only need 1 plant, but you will need 2. And other than that, just treat them kind of like a tomato plant. Give them water. Don't worry about them too much. I just threw in the seedlings this spring and watered them, and I haven't done anything else. And it's mid-August right now, and they are ready to pick. I'll get a big basket. I'll make canned salsa. I might freeze some. I might can some. And I should have tomatillos for a couple of years at least.